Howdy folks, Sunny in the South. Hope everybody doing real good. Poutine on the menu this evening. This is a real popular Canadian dish. It's easy to make and it is delish. This dish consists of pouring a nice rich gravy over some French fries as well as some natural cheese curds. It's delish. We're going to kick ours up a little bit here. I got about 1.25 pounds of beef chuck there that's been chopped up. We're going to get that seasoned, browned up a little bit, and actually get that in the gravy. And then over here I've got several slices of bacon that's been chopped up and some jalapeno. We're going to make a little bit of a topping there to go on this as well. This goes together pretty easy. It's typically a one-pot dish. You make the gravy, you pour it over top of your French fries. For the gravy, I'm going to be using half beef broth and half chicken broth. You can use straight one or the other. You're going to need 4 cups. I like to use half and half. I found that beef broth is a little too dark and just chicken broth's a little too light. So when you split it, it turns out just right. And of course, to make that gravy, we're just going to do a basic butteroo. I got a couple of tablespoons of all-purpose and a half a stick of butter there. We're going to put a little onion in there as well. Let's get a skillet heated up and get to cooking. Get a little vegetable oil in the skillet. Alright, let's get this chopped beef in here. We'll get the water out of it first, and then just kind of put a little bit of color on it. As you see, that water starting to come out of this beef. We're not going to get any browning or any flavor building until we get that extracted. So we're just going to let this sit here and let all this water boil off, and then this will start browning up. We'll get some seasonings in there. Alright, all the water's evaporated out of this beef. I hear some sizzling going on now. So we're just going to saute this. So we get some color on this meat. So we build a little fond here on the bottom of the skillet. Get some flavor built up. Alright, this browned up pretty good. In the spirit of Canada, we're going to go in with some Montreal steak seasoning. And I was going to put some garlic in here, and I thought, nah, let me just use some Montreal steak seasoning. That's got some red pepper flake in it as well as some dried garlic, a little bit of onion, salt and pepper. Just going to add just a little bit of spice to it, a touch of heat. I'm going to go in with a half a stick of butter. Get that melted in there. And we're going to use all this butter to saute these onions a little bit. That's going to be used for, and we're going to use that to make a roux as well. Go in with some onion. A little more of this Montreal seasoning in here. Now I'm just going to let this cook here a few minutes till these onions get a little translucent, sweeten up a touch. We'll get the flour in, get a roux put together. Alright, we got an onion softened up. Let's go ahead and start getting the flour in here. That's about a 1/3 cup of flour. We'll let that cook a few minutes, get that raw edge off the flour. Alright, that's been going a few minutes. That raw's cooked out of that flour. Let's get our broth in here. We'll go in with 2 cups of chicken broth. Go in with 2 cups of beef broth. We're going to bring this up to a good simmer and then reduce it and let it slow simmer until it gets to the consistency and the thickness we want. And that's going to concentrate this broth. Let this beef we got in here kind of permeate. Let everything come together. It's going to be a real good gravy for them French fries. Alright, we got this up to a good simmer. I'm going to reduce the heat. Let this slow simmer until this thickens up. Comes to the consistency that I'm looking for a nice gravy. We'll give it a taste once it's reduced. See what it needs on seasonings. Alright, let's get the bacon in the skillet. We're going to get this bacon sizzled up. And get some jalapeno pepper in here. We're going to top this poutine with this. And this is going to be enough toppings here for 4 or 5 servings of this poutine. About halfway done. Let's go ahead and get these jalapenos in here. That's three small jalapenos chopped up. End up being about 3 tablespoons. You can leave that out if you don't want the jalapenos. You don't even have to do this topping at all. It's perfectly good with just the gravy and the cheese curds. I tell you what though, jalapeno and bacon sure do smell good. This gravy's starting to reduce. Looking pretty good. I'm going to give it a taste here. It's still got some reducing to do. See how it's hitting. Heck blame, that's good. I ain't doing nothing to that. That Montreal steak seasoning, I tell you what, that just added a whole nother dimension in flavor. With that garlic and a little bit of red pepper in there, just adds a little bit of kick. If you don't like it, just add minced garlic instead, or don't add any at all. It's perfectly fine without any garlic in it. I'll give that just about another minute. Looking pretty good. I'm going to get this bacon and jalapeno and get it strained off. And then we're going to get some French fries in the air fryer. Alright, French fries are done. Let's get this plated up. Everybody likes fries that are fried in oil, but I'm going to tell you, for some dishes, baking or air frying them is better, and this is one of them. You want to taste the potato and not a bunch of oil and grease. And these French fries are going to get soggy. We're going to cover them up with gravy, but you still going to like them. They yum. Get some cheese curd in here. We're going to get some of this absolutely delicious gravy on these fries. Oh my goodness. Ooh, boy. That's something else right there. Get some more cheese curd on here. We're going to get some of this bacon and jalapeno on the top. And some dried chives. And that's it, folks. That's a Canadian dish, poutine. French fries with gravy. Kicked up a notch or two. Till next time, peace.